Hello, I'm Jody Wolf, and you're watching Expoz, January 10, 2017, 9:36 p.m. And topic, I've been listening to some prophecies that's supposed to take place and occur by the 15th of this month. And I don't put much weight in any of them, to be honest. But I do see that Obama is doing everything he can do to try to leave a mark before he's out. And I don't know if I told you, and you may already know, but one of these things was embedding into a bill that was passed also on the 23rd in a paragraph 7 was, taking over your internet, your free speech amendment, First Amendment. And but I guess he is as dumb as we think he is, because also in the amendments, the Constitution, it's also built in that no one can change without a very specific reason, and that's not reason enough just because he wants to. And also he's lining up and loaning troops to 7 or 8 different countries, about 1,200 troops to each, just for show on the Russian border. And Obama's an idiot. He is really a full-blown idiot. And everything he's done will be undone on the 20th. But I ran across something else while I was in here looking at this, and I wanted to bring that up. Looking at the trustworthiness that the other nations in the world have toward America because Obama's president is at its lowest level since we have been a nation. Makes sense. And but going off that, I'm going to see what some of the other countries are saying, and naturally I come through Iraq that are bitter because America left without a job being finished. And I'm sure Trump will see to it that it is finished. Here's something that I did find out when I started reading into Iraq that someone brought up, and I just wanted to pass that along to you. And this is posted today on the 10th, and it's Newshound Guru Mail 17, Part 1. Let's forget 1 second about Iraq's gold, natural gas, and oil, albeit those are very important resources to have, and they have plenty of it. The problem I have is that many forget the past news regarding Iraq. Now, I mentioned this weeks ago. Prosperous, P-H-O-S, P-H-O-R-U-S. Maybe I'm not pronouncing it right, but I called it yellow cake, but maybe it's not the same as uranium. I don't know. But in any case, it's an element used to making many things, mainly steel products. It helps bind them, get them hot at certain points. And also used in medicine, in the medical field, as reported many years ago. The world supply of this important asset, commodity material, is as low as, or was as low as 15%. But get this, Iraq's prosperous reserve is enough to bring that number up to 100%, which is very important. It is that important that the other assets they're possessing are icing on the cake. Now, part 2 of Newshound Guru Mailman 17. Now, with that said, add in the others, especially the natural gas. This is why the World Bank is thinking Iraq will be at least the top 5 richest nations in the world. And I put them at number 3 or 4, I can't remember. And I think 3. And if that doesn't qualify them to be a reserve currency, I don't know what does. But to become that, they need stability. And this is what I'm talking about. We left too early. And that is what we're working on, and that's what they are working on. When it comes down to it, the dinar will become what it's intended to be. And let's face it, the US dollar is overprinted in the market, yet it still remains a reserve. Food for thought for always. But there's something else here I found, and I thought, wow, this might be as interesting of what I just read. This is an intel guru, Frank 26. There seems to be an excitement for the new president coming in and the old one leaving. And we get that. We've known that. Except those countries that have been getting these freebies, they're the ones that's down in the mouth right now. But who cares? We certainly had our days of delays with Obama and Malaki. He is the head guy in Iraq. He's the one that dictates the market in Iraq. So it's time to move forward. We feel in our hearts that there is a plan. Abadi will be in D.C. around the 20th for Trump's inauguration. And Abadi is not just coming for the inauguration. I think Abadi will stick around for 3 or 4 days. Media will be shut out. These meetings will have a lot to do with the fuse being lit. And again, I don't know the date. I don't look for a date. I don't care if the date's in the February or in the March. But Frank said February, March, he kind of shrugs his shoulders. The RV can happen at any date. There's no date. Iraq is a sovereign country. BTW, the United States, does not believe in giving any country that is working on their MR a $1 billion loan if they're not interested in increasing the value of their currency or doing a LOP. So there's 10, 11 of these up right now that's just really hit hard. And I won't read some of the others. There are people actually acting like they're doing backflips, so I can't go that far. But I do want to tell you that I've mentioned that for a long time, that is a Paris Club call. And I'm going to try to find something that if I didn't tell you, I'm going to back up and I'm going to go, because I ran across this by accident and forgot about it completely. And let me look for it real quick. If I can't find it quickly, then I'll just forget it and go on. And because I did read something about the Paris Club, and I read it. Here we go. The Iraqi dinar has and always was set up to be a reserve currency. The United States, Britain, and the Paris Club, not to mention Iraq's neighbors, can only benefit by holding the dinar as a reserve. No need in reading any more of that, because the Paris Club, they have the bigger part of this than any of us. Every nation in the area has a certain amount of dinar, but I don't think anyone has as many as our country. And other nations have very few, if any, individuals that have the dinar. Only the players that were in the war on the ground. And those will have some, just like we will have some. we were able to get some of the crumbs, is what they call it. And in any case, the 20th may start a clock, a countdown, so to speak, as, well, Iraq, if you reach this, then we'll go to this date. And if you reach this, then we'll go here. You reach that, then it's done. Let's RV your dinar. And Iraq wants badly for their dinar to be the currency for their country. And they want it back up where it was before it was decreased. And today, at a real monetary amount today, considering the amount or the value of the dollar, would make the Iraqi dinar about $3.77 per America's $1. And it would make Kuwait's in upper 340s per American's dollar, because Iraq now has proven reserves of everything over Kuwait. More gold, more phosphorus, more natural gas, and more oil. And if Kuwait can sustain a 340 something, then Iraq can certainly jump 20 cents over that. And all I can say is hope and pray that that'll be the case. Jody Wolf, Expoz.